it was Muhammadu Buhari who destroyed Igbo land, not the IPOB members or anybody. This is coming from Amnesty International, and you can see it there on your screen. Muhammadu Buhari destroyed Igbo land, the eastern region of Nigeria, which you call the southeast. That is what is coming from Amnesty International. They have blamed Buhari for causing lots of bloodshed in Igbo land. And they are giving damning reports about what transpired, especially in 2016. But now, I'll be delving into those issues now. If you are watching for the first time, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, on notifications, drop your comments, click the like button, and also share this video. As you are watching, be liking and be sharing, and also be dropping your comments. Don't just watch, like and share. Amnesty has come out to say Buhari is the biggest problem that happened to the southeastern part of Nigeria. They are blaming Muhammadu Buhari's government for causing destruction and bloodshed in Igbo land. Don't forget, I told you last week how Buhari, while he was a former military head of state, became the first ever, even the Vanguard paper, they acknowledge that report. So you can Google it. Muhammadu Buhari became the first ever president of a nation that he left somebody from his own country and he voted for another man from another country. In 1983, an Igbo man, Peter Onu, was the substantive Secretary General of the defunct OAU. It was former the Organization of African Unity, OAU. Now, it is the AU, the African Union. An Igbo man was the substantive Secretary General, Peter Onu was his name. But in 1985, even people like Julius Nyerere, who was the former president of Tanzania then, he wanted Peter Onu to continue as the Secretary General of the OAU. But Buhari left that man, Peter Onu, and he voted for Ide Omaru, who was from Niger Republic. But then, that man was his fellow Fulani man. Buhari left a Nigerian man, Peter Onu, and he voted for Ide Omaru, a Fulani man. What I'm talking here, go and Google it and make a search, but that's a fact. And drop your comment if you are watching. If you have Googled it, just drop your comment. Now, I've always told you that the way Nigeria was structured, the people that joined us together, they didn't take the fact that our culture and our religion are not the same. I said a Fulani man in Nigeria feels more closer to a Fulani man from Niger than a fellow Yoruba or an Igbo man from the same Nigeria. I gave you that example, give you that instances. Now let me leave that and let me come back to the issue here. Amnesty reported that in 2016, Nigeria security operative killed no less than 150 unarmed pro-Biafra protesters. This is coming from the Amnesty International. Don't forget, the Nigeria Civil War, which started June 27, July 6, 1967, Nigeria Civil War. As a result of disagreement over the outcome of the Abuja Accord, which was signed, which was simply unadhered to. I always maintain that that Abuja Accord would have saved Nigeria from this present mess that we find ourselves. July 6th, 1967 was the beginning of that Nigeria Civil War. This other people call Biafra Civil War, depending on how you look at it, which cost a lot of lives, properties, and everything. Ordinary agreement would have solved it. The agreement in Abuja, Ghana would have solved that civil war. But look at what happened, the destruction of life and properties and everything. But then it ended January 13, 1970, which Govt declared no victor and no vanquish, which also declared that there will be 3 hours so that we can come back together. I gave one example last week that even in Rwanda, they also fought their own civil war, the Hutus and Tutsis. Brothers and sisters, what we are seeing from Rwanda is the fact that now nobody Hutus, nobody Tutsis, they are now one Rwanda. We can achieve this thing here in Nigeria if only we see ourselves as brothers and sisters. I'm not even going there because even the country is fragmenting almost every day. You saw what happened in Kwara State. How the people of Kwara South, the dominants, they have been displaced by the Fulani militias there. They had to leave their own hometown and start running for safety to other parts of the state. I'm telling you what's happening in Kwara State. Let's leave that for now. Now, the Kanu was rendition to Nigeria June 27, 2021. That was when Buhari brought Kanu to Nigeria. But you saw the former governor of Benue who said, these people are not the main terrorists who are disturbing Nigeria. That it is the Fulani S-men who are causing mayhem, lives and properties in this country. Not long afterwards, Funab took responsibility that we want to kill this president and the governor of Plateau State, Samuel Otom. The Fulani Nationality movement, they took responsibility that we won't kill you. And till now, they were not arrested. I'm asking a question. The UAE gave Buhari names, list of terrorist sponsors in Nigeria. UAE, they gave Buhari that name. Where are they today? Every now and then, you hear of repentant Boko Haram, repentant terrorists. Is that how a proper nation should be run? Why should there be repentant Boko Haram and repentant terrorists in a normal country? Don't forget, renowned lawyer Deliver to me said, where are repentant IPOB members? Where are they? There should not be anything called repentant terrorists, repentant Boko Haram. I've always spoken against that. Anybody that's against the state, that person should be punished, no matter who is sponsoring that person. I've always maintained, and in my opinion, that you are yet to achieve a proper nationhood. A nation is a place where you feel welcome. Any part of that country, you must feel welcome and you must be part of that place. I gave an example on that. Don't forget, pre-independent Nigeria, the North were not really ready for independence. They said they were not ready for. We were looking at their educational disadvantage. They are looking at they were not ready. People like the Zik of Africa, Nnamdi Azikiwe, found a way to convince the North that yes, come, let us have one Nigeria. Come, let us have independence from the Britain. And now we are here, and we are being disturbed. The country is not feeling the impact of peace because of the activities of this so-called Fulani militia. Wait till today, the federal government are yet to declare them terrorist organization. I've always said the people that have died in the war between Russia and Ukraine, how many people have been killed? Look at how many people that the Fulani militias are killing in the north. Even in Eamefu, Enugu State, in Afikpo, Ebonyi State, in Igogo, in Owo. They are moving state by state, taking people's land and eliminating the indigenous people of that place. The people that own that place, they are the indigenous people of that particular place. And they have been eliminated gradually by the armed S-men until we found a way to unravel their sponsors. Not until then. Don't forget, The DSS came, they said, we did not, and we don't carry operations outside Nigeria. So we didn't go to Kenya to rendition Nnamdi Kanu. They said it's through the court proceedings. And you saw how the Kenya court have said Nnamdi Kanu's rendition is null and void. And they gave him a compensation. You saw it. It was reported. But if you are watching me and you are from that part of Nigeria, don't forget that it was the Igbo governors first, I've always maintained, who designated the IPOB as terrorists. It was the Igbo governors first. They first designated IPOB as terrorists before Buhari gazetted it. So it was the Igbo governors first who thought, in their own opinion, that IPOB are terrorists. Now, Mekano said in court, he formed the ESN, which was banned by Muhammadu Buhari, to protect the Igbo people against the armed herdsmen from the northern part of Nigeria who come and displace people in other parts of this country. He made that statement, Nnamdi Kanu. But we saw Ibuagu in the eastern part of Nigeria. There is Agu in the chamber in Anambra State. There's Orogachi, which the Igbo governors formed to reflect what the Yoruba governors did. Amotekun in Yoruba land here. After the killings in Owo, the governor of Ondo State, Rotimi Akeredolu, enough is enough. Let us form a regional security outfit. Amotekun. But then I've only asked that question. If you are watching me, can you compare Amotekun to Ibuagu? Let us have this conversation if you are watching me. And what do you think is performance of the Ibuagu in the eastern part of Nigeria? These are pertinent questions. Do you think that the Fulani militia, assuming they are Yoruba militia or Igbo militia, do you think that they will have been arrested by Buhari's government? I would like to know what you are thinking. Drop a comment. Do you think, in your opinion, that the Fulani militia who are destroying lives and properties, assuming they were Yorubas or they were Igbos, that Buhari's government would have eliminated them? What do you think? Let me know what you are thinking. Drop a comment. Let me know. Assuming the Fulani militias, assuming they were Yoruba militias or the Igbo militias who are going about all parts of Nigeria to destroy lives and properties and everything, assuming they were from the eastern part of Nigeria or the western part, wouldn't they have been decimated by Buhari's administration? Let me know what you are thinking. Drop a comment if you are watching. Just drop a comment. Let me know what you are thinking. Like and share, and also subscribe to this YouTube channel if you are not subscribed. Just subscribe and on the notifications. As you are watching, be like and be sharing. That's how to make a proper I want us to have this conversation. Let's have that conversation. Jonathan said under his government that there was Boko Haram in my government. Good Lord, Jonathan said that. And somebody said an attack against the north, an attack against Boko Haram is an attack against the north. You heard that statement coming from the north. What do you think? Let's have a conversation. Let me know your mind. Let's have a conversation this time around. What do you think? Assuming the Fulani militias are Yoruba militias or Igbo militias, wouldn't they have been arrested by Buhari's administration? Let me know what you think.